I personally think that SEAGULL is one of the best, if not the best people to learn Valorant from right now. He's extremely informational in his gameplay, and he doesn't just play. That's my favorite thing about him. When he goes into a match or is trying to learn a new character, he'll test it in a demo lobby before to figure out what's the perfect usage of that character's abilities, and we're gonna see that here today with my Viper analysis of his gameplay. I mean, the sheer way that he uses Poison Cloud properly and Toxic Screen to wall off across the map is something that I've seen no one else do up until this point. So hopefully, if you guys watch through the entirety of the video, and like it of course, if you don't like it, there's something wrong with you, I mean, that's just a fact. But if you watch through the entirety of the video, you're gonna see some of the best usage of Toxic Screen that honestly is gonna blow your mind. Alright, so getting into the map, Bind, he's gonna be defending A as Viper, and I really want to show this cool trick that he uses with the Poison Cloud. So if you stand against these boxes here, and you aim your Poison Cloud at this little black structure here on top of the area, and you throw it at it, it bounces on top of these boxes. And it's the perfect smoke location, as when the enemy team is pushing through, you can still have vision of their feet, and it's much better than just throwing it on the ground. Because if they walk into the smoke, as I said, you can see their feet, and it's a massive advantage. And you're gonna see that here, right? So you can peek it from the right, or you could peek it from the left. Now moving on here, the next thing I recommend you do, or that SEAGULL does, is he uses his Toxic Screen over to the B site. So you can see on the map here, there's this light blue line, right? This light blue line signifies where the Toxic Screen's gonna go. And if you stand against these doors here and look over the wall, it will actually send your Toxic Screen, and make sure you do it over the wall, it will send your Toxic Screen all the way to the other side of the map. The next thing that he does really well this round is he uses his Snake Bite really well. So we get a glimpse of a Raze shifting through there, right? So you saw the Raze shift through, and he got a Snake Bite onto the left side of Bath. Now, what do you do with the second Snake Bite to trap them in? Well, you do exactly what he does here, which is bounce it off the wall, and he creates a scenario where they can't really get out. On top of that, he does a really good job of using the trap wire to secure a kill. And then following up here, I just always want to, stress the benefits of going in when your teammates go in. He did a really good job there of, I wouldn't say baiting his teammate, but essentially using his teammate's death or initiation as a way to secure the kill. And now, only because I think covering mistakes are very important, we're going to see a situation where SEAGULL was pushing over to B. He sees a Phoenix here, and the Phoenix backs up behind a wall. Anytime you see a Phoenix back up behind a wall, you should assume they're going to do this flash play and then frag you after it. And that's exactly what he does, and SEAGULL even says that's the most obvious play in the game. It kind of is. If a Phoenix randomly backs up behind a wall and doesn't take a 50-50, at least right off the bat, you can kind of assume he's going to try to flashbang you. Alright, getting into the fourth round of the game, I love this example, and in fact this round is an absolute stomp. What he does here is super smart, and I want to make sure you guys see it. So in this round, he decides to buy a shorty because, they wanted to eco. They just lost the round, not in too great of a spot, and what he does is he actually peeks Bath here and manages to find a kill. And I really like the idea of playing Bath with the shorty, right? The Bath side on A. And the reason is because you can take this really close range angle, secures a kill onto the enemy's Cypher, and finds a Phantom to switch out. That's a really key way to just kind of get your game back on track if you can hold a close line of sight with the shorty and then find another gun. And then obviously he's going to find another kill onto the Raze there, and immediately understands that the enemy team is pushing A, right? He knows for a fact they are pushing A, so he throws up his ultimate in a way to defend the bomb. Now personally, I think the enemy team probably should have tried to shift over to B after getting the bomb, but that ends up not being an option. And with the proper use of this Toxins, right, always making sure to refresh his smoke integrity, he's able to secure the kill onto the Jet in a second here after peeking out the smoke. On top of that, he heard the enemy Phoenix go for his run it back, right? He understands that the run it back came out, and he actually makes the read here that the run it back was in U-Haul and gets the kill. I mean, what insane awareness to basically realize that the Phoenix used his ultimate in the U-Haul and caught him off guard while he had to switch back to his weapon. An incredible round from SEAGULL. Getting into the sixth round of the game, I really like what SEAGULL does here. So he put up his Toxic Screen once again to cover off the B. He snake bikes the back alleyway, right, the arch, and puts down one sort of by hookah on the bomb. And then you can see with the Toxic Screen, you cover off hookah and the arch. It literally is covering both. I mean, how crazy is that? You basically can help your B side defense from across the map, and then when you shift over, right, from A to B, you have this great opportunity to keep yourself alive and basically not have to look at multiple different angles where opponents can come from. And then he makes a great play where he zooms down sights to control his spray fire, and then when he's on 10 HP, I want to ask you a question, guys. When someone on the enemy team knows you're low, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? They're going to hold the exact peek, the closest peek you could possibly make, because what he expects, right, the Brimstone on the enemy team, what he expects SEAGULL to do is to short peek, right, make a quick little play, try to get a lucky headshot coming around the corner. But that's not what SEAGULL does at all. In fact, he waits for the spray to end, takes a long peek so that the enemy misses his shots, and secures the round. So keep that in mind, guys. When you're low HP, don't just hide in the corner. You're probably going to die, as the enemy can, fire abilities in there, or they can obviously just turn the corner and spray. They can pre-fire. Alright, so upcoming here, we have another round where he is eventually going to shift to B after snake biting the bath. So yeah, he makes his way over here and is playing it slow, and eventually when he wants to push to the area, he's gonna send up his toxins, and someone through Arch actually starts spraying, right? They have no vision. They're pretty scared probably. And because of that, he's able to track where their bullets are coming from and hits a beautiful headshot into the smoke. I mean, just insane. Following that here, the enemy team actually shifted through the teleporter to the A-bomb, and I really do recommend in your games that you peek through here. I know, right, the enemy probably will expect you to come through heaven, but I think the lines of sight are far better than going through the alleyway to the right. Now, the enemy team actually plays this really well. They slow play the bomb, making sure that SEAGULL and his, Cypher teammate, they have to peek. They have to look for angles or go for the defuse. And then, with some great crosshair placement, he's able to take out the Phoenix and continue to move on. So really, he's doing a good job of checking every single angle possible. Finds another kill onto the enemy Cypher. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too late for them to win the round. The defuse does not go off, and they end up dying to the bomb. But overall, I thought that was a great round where we saw a usage of the toxic screen across the map, and just how he uses heaven and great crosshair placement to secure a bunch of kills. And to end off the video, we're gonna see one more great usage of the Viper ultimate to secure a bomb, right? So the enemy team is about to plant B, and SEAGULL doesn't actually end up getting any kills here. In fact, I just want to say that he's currently 17-6, and I think Viper on this side of the map, right, buying defending A, is extremely powerful. Also, SEAGULL is obviously a great player. But here, I want to give a great demonstration of defense. So he kills the Brimstone in the back here, getting his ultimate, and he has no problem using it. Obviously, there is one more round to be played after this, but I like the fact that he's willing to secure it. On top of this, I want to ask you a major question. The enemy Phoenix is currently looking at this Viper ultimate. What is he thinking? He is thinking that I need to worry about the Viper, and most likely the Cypher, who is going to come through the smoke, because why else would the Viper ultimate? To get herself in? That's kind of overkill, right? Well, no, because it's a complete distraction for the Cypher on the backline, right? The Phoenix is 100% not paying attention. He's looking to the smoke and ends up going down to the Cypher. So a great distraction by SEAGULL overall, and I hope you guys really did enjoy this Viper gameplay. I think SEAGULL's performance is something I'm going to be VOD reviewing more often in the future. So if you're excited for that and you want to learn more from him or just from my videos in general, please do like and subscribe to help our channel grow and to stay tuned for future content as we're posting on this channel twice a day, literally twice a day. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.